And finally, as of today, it's exactly 33 days till you and I meet up for the first time. Kat and I are meeting up in like 20 days. What?
And then in 16 days... I'm sorry, I can't finish my sentence, I got too happy. In 16 days, Jessie comes to England.
And I will see Kat in 5 days. What?
As I'm sure you know, it's under 24 hours until we meet for the first time. And that's a really big thing. And it's exciting and amazing and kind of scary.
Hey friends. So, we met up. Friday, at least for me, started like the most normal day in the universe. You'd think that the day that Kat and Jessie finally meet up for the first time in human history would be some sort of international holiday, but here I was, going to school like a fucking loser. Meanwhile, Kat was at home, slowly losing her shit.
I'm pretty sure my day started off with me getting up at around 2 in the afternoon because I'd barely slept the night before. I was such a mess, and I spent the whole day watching bad reality TV and waiting for Jessie to call to let me know when she was at the station.
In the meantime, I was still at school and everyone knew that I was going to England because do I look like I can shut up about this? No, I cannot. So even my teachers were really happy, but no one really knew how big of a deal it actually was. Even I was kind of calm. It was only at the airport that I really realised how big this was. I remember my mum dropping me off at the airport and me walking into the entrance hall, and that was the first time that I actually realised how big of a deal this actually was. It felt like the beginning of something really big.
I was in a similar state. I'd been texting my friends all day and I couldn't speak to anyone because all I could do was squeal. I was so excited. The countdown that I'd made when Jessie first announced that she was coming to England was at 0 and it just felt so surreal. I remember when she called to let me know that she'd be at the station in a few hours, I just felt so overwhelmed, and it just kind of sank in that we were actually going to meet. It was crazy. I don't know how I spent those last few hours before we met, but I'm pretty sure I never managed to stay in the same place for more than a few seconds.
In the meantime, I was stressing around at the airport, finally found my dad, and we got on our plane just in time. We arrived in London. God, have I missed London. And I called Kat after we'd bought food and flowers and presents at King's Cross station. Oh. She cried. We then rushed to our train to Retford, which we almost missed because I had to get a present for Kat, and which was also ridiculously full, so we ended up sitting on, well, the floor. And then we did get seats, and then we were like 4 minutes from Retford, and guess who was freaking out? Not me.
Whilst Jessie was freaking out on her train, I was freaking out in the car on the way to the station. I convinced my mum to drive us there half an hour early, just in case, but from then on it was basically waiting. So we're at the station. The train's expected to arrive at 8:20 and it's currently 12 minutes past 8. It's kind of scary. Mum. Oh, say hi. I was pacing, I couldn't stop pacing, and I was moving about, and everyone in the station was looking at me funny, and every time a train went past, my heart would do this thing, and it was just all very, very intense. Very intense. A few minutes before the train was due to arrive, me and my mum realised we were waiting on the wrong platform. We got on the wrong platform, eh? Is this her train? Is this her train? I'm really nervous. You want me to film it? Is this her train? I think so, yeah. Oh, why didn't we? Oh. Maybe. This is so scary. Oh my god.
This is how we met. We went home and I met Kat's dad, Jamie the goon, and her dog, and they met my dad and me, and it was lovely. They're all very nice people. I learned that Kat's presents smell like her room and that she has a lovely room. There were fairy lights and bunting with my name on it. We exchanged presents and took a bunch of selfies and updated the internet on the meetup. Thank you so much for your kind messages. And within the hour, we were sitting next to each other on my bed, scrolling down Tumblr in silence. Soulmating.